vlog. Hey there, so it is Monday today, but Tuesday when you're watching this. I know that this is a bit of a strange setup because this is like reflected in the mirror, but I figured I'm in my bedroom just kind of working on some thesis things, or attempting to work on some thesis things, so I would just pop on and talk to you here for a bit of a change of atmosphere. I was planning to get to the post office today. I could have taken you on that walk, but lots of cafes are not open on Mondays, and a big motivating factor for me leaving the flat is usually when I can tempt myself away with coffee. I'm also gonna lift this up just a little bit. Oh, hello, cat. Wow. So I didn't end up going out today. It looked like it was gonna rain all day, but it didn't, so now I'm worried that tomorrow it's gonna rain, which is going to get in the way of my post office plans. But I do need to go to the post office really soon. Oh, get away from me, woman. You love me really? You love me really? I'm done. Okay, goodbye. That was kind of the main event of today. Was I meant to go to the post office. I also was still really craving Ruffled chips and sour cream, and I bought them, but they are at the other flat. They're not at this flat, so I could go over to the other flat. It's just around the corner, but again, didn't want to get caught in the rain, and if I left the flat, I was going to want to take stuff to the post office. So essentially this is me just justifying being extremely lazy today. I have had a bit of a weird one because I haven't felt overly productive. Like, I've been able to be productive. I feel quite like foggy and just tired in general. Even though I got up, I tried to like get dressed. I'm wearing a dress. I've got a little bit of makeup on. You know, I took a shower and washed my hair. I thought I did all of the things to make myself alive, alert, awake, and motivated for a Monday, but it didn't quite happen that way. Here we are. It is 5:30. Bless you. It is 5:30 p.m. and I have not really made much progress on my thesis. Can you not? Please, thank you. Yeah, haven't made too much progress today, and have been really distracted by just like everything. This is something that it's been happening quite a lot during lockdown, and I'm not sure if it's just like lockdown that's causing this like productivity weirdness, or like lack of productivity and hyper focus on some things but then a complete lack of focus on others, or if it's like ADHD. When I was in university, like in undergrad, I got tested for like neurodivergency and seeing if there was, I don't know, anything going on a bit different that I needed help with. And the main issue was with dyscalculia, because I was having issues with math, or as they say it here, maths class. So I had for many years essentially, which was weird because when I was younger I tested into advanced placement for maths and science and all of that, and then I was in a car crash where I got a really bad head injury amongst other things, and after that could not deal with numbers or anything formulaic. So that was something that they were exploring while I was dealing with the court case on the car crash, if that concussion, if the, you know, brain trauma had anything to do with my issue with numbers. And I don't know if we did come up with a response. I have like a 25+ page document that is essentially a full day or two of testing that we did, and one of the things that came out of that was ADD, ADHD, like slash, which they're different things, so I never really understood that. But because I had gone diagnosed with that, I then was put on Adderall by my psychologist at the time, my psychiatrist at the time. I was also able to get extra time for exams, and because they figured out that there was this kind of dyscalculia or this issue with formulas, like answering multiple choice questions, I cannot do it. Like, I will always get it wrong no matter how much I know the information. Like, you could ask me about my family in multiple choice format and I would still find a way to get it wrong. A few of my instructors started, instead of giving me multiple choice questions, they would write out the questions and I would have to write back essays, which most students would be like, I don't want to write a bunch of essays. But I really enjoyed it. My grades went from being failing and D's to being A's because I was able to express my knowledge in a way that worked for my brain. It was really good that I got that, but I was very frustrated that for so long that was the issue. Like, I took the SATs 5 times, I took the ACTs twice, and I did not do good anytime because it was all very multiple choice-y, fill in the bubble. That was, yeah, just something that I found incredibly frustrating. But anyways, when I got put on Adderall, I did find that like my focus when it came to getting work done and essays done and things did narrow in. It did help in that kind of sense. But I also, ever since I went off of it, so when I started my master's, when I moved away and things, essentially I didn't keep that going. It's a lot harder over here to get anything for like ADD, ADHD. They're very anti like Ritalin and Adderall and all of that. So I was like, I'm not gonna bother because I don't think I need it. Like, I don't think it's something that I need to do work. But over the past few years, I've just been like, it was easier. Like, it was easier, and part of me was it easier because I genuinely needed it, or was it easier because that's just an effect of that medication? You know, like, obviously it's there for a reason. Obviously it's something that, you know, people need in order to focus, to do work. And I was like, oh, I can do work without that, like, so I don't need it. But I don't know, I'm not sure if it's worth, like, I considered maybe going and getting tested again here and seeing what happens. But anyways, the pandemic seems like it's exacerbated this lack of focus and direction and things. So I'm not sure if it's a me thing or if it's a pandemic thing, but maybe you can let me know if that's something you've experienced. Also, I'm really red and blotchy today. This is just like a fluctuating temperature thing. I'm not sick. I'm okay. I just like have temperature fluctuations. It happens around like my chest quite a lot. I'm also really pale, so anything weird that happens with the temperature is like flares up my skin and just how I look in general, so that's fun. I think that's one of the things that's been on my mind a bit when I have days like this where I just feel fuzzy and like things aren't happening. And again, it's like, it's that fuzziness, brain fog from endometriosis. I don't know where it comes from. I know that lots of people experience brain fog, but I don't necessarily know the best way to get rid of it and like why that's happening to me, like which thing that's going on with me is the reason why this flares up how it does. Other than that, trying to get work done and failing. The only other thing that's really gone on today is Rugby World Cup 2023 tickets went live. I tried to get these, but they're doing this weird thing where it's like packages. So it's either a package in a city, so there will be different games that are going on in a city but over the period of like 2 months, or you can buy a package for the team that you follow, but again, those matches are happening over a period of 2 months, so you essentially are having to buy tickets that span over a 2-month period, which is a lot of money, a lot of investment, and a lot of time. And I assume that loads of people will be reselling whichever games they're not going to, but it just seems like a weird way to do it. And by the time that the site let me access it, I was waiting for hours, and by the time I was let in, like, all of the cheaper packages were gone. It was just the most expensive. In some of the cities they were gone entirely, so I don't quite know what they're doing and what was going on with that. So I'm just gonna have to wait for people to resell tickets at a later date, I think, because it seems silly to spend so much money on games I'm not gonna go to, so we'll see how that goes. But it was a bit disappointing because I was so excited, I was so ready. Like, it was MasterCard purchases only, like they got in first, and I was like, I have that, and it didn't matter. So that's a bit of a shame. Small potatoes, and I should be focusing on work anyways. So that's been today, and I'm going to get back to some work this evening and then maybe watch some Danish political drama later on tonight. Hopefully I can get enough done that I can justify that being a thing and cooking another HelloFresh delivery, which, on that note, HelloFresh did deliver another 3 meals to us and they were all fine, there was nothing missing, so I think it was just a wonky first go of it. Anyways, that's all I have to say today, really. And tomorrow, hopefully, I will go to the post office and maybe go collect some chips and sour cream because it's gonna be on my mind until that happens. I hope you're having a good Monday or Tuesday when you're watching this, and I will talk to you again soon.